Summer is in full swing, and as a pale girly who has committed to a no sun damage summer, I thought this would be the perfect time to show you my sun care routine and the products I'm currently using to keep my skin protected from burning or tanning. I know we hate to hear it, but there's no such thing as a healthy tan. As soon as your skin is changing color, it is sustaining damage. I hate it, we all hate it. We all love a nice tan, but it's not good for us. So in this video, I'm going over what I've been using, my current favorite sunscreens, and just all of my best pale girly sunscreen, sun care tips. And remember, you don't have to be a pale girly to have to protect your skin. Deeper skin tones also need to use sunblock. Starting off with my favorite sunscreen for the face, this is the Eucerin SPF 50+ Dry Touch Oil Control Sunscreen. I have combination skin. My T-zone gets oily, especially in the summer when I'm kind of sweaty. I don't need a glowy sunscreen. I need something mattifying. And I really love the texture of this sunscreen. It goes on really smoothly and nicely. It feels almost slightly cooling, but it's not like minty or anything. I don't know how to describe it. And once it dries down, you can barely feel it on your face at all. So I really love that. I think one of the main deterrents for people not wanting to wear sunscreen is just they feel it on their face and it's sticky or oily and it's kind of uncomfortable. With this one, I don't have that problem at all, and this has really been the main sunscreen that has gotten me to actually wear sunscreen regularly. If you do have more of dry skin and you want something a little bit more nourishing, a little bit more glowy for a face sunscreen, I also really like this Purito Daily Soft Touch Sunscreen. This is also SPF 50+. It says Outdoor Defense 5 ceramides. This is more of like a winter sunscreen for me because it never dries down fully. Like, it really does just stay a little bit just glowy and kind of moist on the skin. I don't think it's uncomfortable, but for me, as someone who prefers like a matte finish, it does bother me a little bit in the summer. I personally would prefer using this in the winter or when my skin is really dry. However, I will say, despite kind of never drying down, I do really like the texture. It goes on really nicely, and I really like this one as well. Moving on to lips. First of all, I gotta say I'm so upset that Fresh took the SPF out of their lip treatments, their tinted lip treatments. They were so nice. What is it? The sugar lip treatments. They used to have SPF in them. I think they took the SPF out like 2 years ago or so. A lot of people are really bummed because they had so many beautiful colors, like a different shade for every skin tone, and I absolutely loved those lip treatments. Unfortunately, they no longer protect your lips from the sun. Do you really need a lip sunscreen? I don't know. But the thing is, your lips are very sensitive. You're talking a lot, you're maybe eating things, and so the sunscreen that you apply on your lips probably does get rubbed away more quickly than anywhere else on your body. So that's probably why it's a good idea to just have like a little product like this so you can reapply to your lips more easily. I recently got the Bondi Sands lip balm. It's SPF 50+. I got it in the scent Toasted Coconut, which is quite nice. It's a very thick texture. Like, it is very chunky. I have to like use both hands like this to like squeeze it out because it's just really thick and hard to get out of the tube. But I love the smell of it. I love the taste of it. I love the texture. It's really nice. It kind of feels like coconut oil or like shea butter. I think it has a lot of shea butter or something in here. I don't know what the ingredients are. It's very chunky to say the least, but I do enjoy it. Moving on to body sunscreen. This is the Hello Sunshine from VSun. This is a brand that has popped up in drugstores in Germany over like the last couple of years. I think they're available in DM and Budni for sure. I'm not sure if they also have it at Rossmann. I don't really go to Rossmann very often if you live in Germany. I think it is a German brand. I don't know if they sell in other countries. Have to look into that. But yeah, this is the VSun Hello Sunshine SPF 50 sunscreen, UVA, UVB, infrared, high protection, waterproof. I love this sunscreen for a number of reasons. First of all, what drew me in initially is just I really love their branding. I love the packaging. I think it's really pretty. All of their different sunscreens come in like a different pastel colored packaging, which is just so simple and sleek and pretty. I love the smell of this cream. It has like a really beautiful, amazing coconutty, like like beach vacation, Hawaii tropical vibes kind of smell, which to me, like that's all part of the experience, right? If I can't be at the beach, I want to at least smell like the beach, and this sunscreen smells like the beach and I just love it. In my day-to-day, if I'm not like at the beach, if I'm not gonna be out in the sun for an extended period of time and I'm just like, you know, walking 5 minutes to the grocery store or hanging up laundry outside, I'm not gonna apply sunscreen to my whole entire body. I use this mostly on the areas that get the most sun exposure, so I will put it, if I'm wearing something like this, like just like a strappy kind of dress, I will put it primarily on my shoulders and like upper back, upper chest, a little bit on this kind of portion of my arm, just the areas that tan or burn first, right? I tend to wear maxi dresses, so I don't really need to do my legs if I'm not gonna be wearing a swimsuit. You could theoretically apply sunscreen to your feet if you wear sandals, because I think they're like another one of those neglected parts that people forget to apply sunscreen to. Another one is the top of your ears. I went out to hang up laundry a few weeks ago and it was super sunny and I applied sunscreen to like my face, my neck. Make sure you don't forget your neck, because we've all seen that picture of like the lady who had a great skincare routine but only applied to her face and not her neck, and there was just like such a big age difference in like the skin's aging from the face to the neck. So you want to make sure you get the neck, but the ears are like another one of those parts that people tend to forget about because it's inconvenient, right? Like it gets in your hair when you apply to your ears. I wear earrings and it's just like kind of annoying, but while I was hanging up laundry, I could literally feel my ears starting to burn, and it was like, okay, I need to make sure I apply my sunscreen to my ears even if I don't want to. It is important. And like the area kind of like behind the ears as well, like you don't have a lot of hair there covering up your skin, so that just, you know, just be mindful of parts that are often forgotten. But yeah, if I'm just kind of like walking outside for 15 minutes, I'm not gonna bother putting sunscreen everywhere, but if I'm gonna be out for longer, then obviously I'm gonna ask someone to help me make sure I reach like all the hard to reach places like my back, and make sure you reapply every 2 hours. We're gonna have a little guest for the rest of the video because my boyfriend is working out and I don't want Ellie to just be alone while he's exercising and I'm filming, so she's just gonna be chilling with us. For my final sunscreen that I'm sharing today, this is the Tone Up Sunblock from 11 Village Factory. It's SPF 50+. I got this from Amazon Vine. The white cast on this is absolutely insane. It is the white cast to end all white casts. I have never seen a white cast this white. The white cast comes from like zinc or other minerals that they use to make the sunscreen be sunscreen. I don't know. Needless to say, a little bit unusable for the face unless you're gonna apply makeup on top. This, like, you know, you look like a little blue when you have this on. It's very, the white cast is just, it's nuts. However, let me just tell you why it's in this video. I didn't want it to go to waste, so I tried it on my hands and I actually loved it for my hands. My mom is 54. She has great skin. Her skin looks easily like 20 years younger than she actually is. However, she has recently been feeling kind of insecure and complaining about dark spots and like age spots, particularly on her hands, which made me think, even in the most conservative possible cultures where women are covered top to bottom, the hands are usually exposed. It's like the one part of your body that is almost never covered up or protected from the sun in any way. And it is one of those kind of notorious parts of the body in skincare that ages faster than everywhere else because you use your hands so much, you wash your hands so much, they move a lot in everyday life, so hands do tend to get wrinkled and age faster than other parts of the body in terms of like the skin and the appearance of the skin. And making sure you use sunscreen on your hands, especially in the summer, is a great way to prevent them from aging so quickly, or just, you know, slow down that aging. So I tried this sunscreen on my hands and I actually really loved it. I don't know what it is about this, but it is the most dry touch matte sunscreen I have ever felt. It is even more matte than the Eucerin oil control one. It's just really great. It feels almost powdery, which I love because there is nothing more annoying than having greasy hands. right? Most sunscreens I would just not want to have on my hands, especially if I'm working on my computer or trying to do literally anything with my hands, because it makes them greasy and slippery and it makes everything I touch dirty. Not with this one. This one is actually a great hand sunscreen, and I feel like, you know, on the hands, the white cast is a little bit less of a nuisance. Obviously, I say that as a white person. I think if you had a really deep skin tone and you use this on your hands, it might still be kind of bothersome. But for me, I have found a way to use this sunscreen and I actually really enjoy it. I also apply this one to my tattoos. I have tattoos on both wrists. Tattoos are notoriously prone to sun damage as well. I also have some tattoos here and on my ankle and one on my hip. So especially in the summer, I try to remember to put a little bit of extra sunscreen to my tattoos if the skin is exposed. Hexa from the future here. First of all, how gorgeous is this lighting? Oh my God. This is like the perfect time. Look how gorgeous this lighting is. What time is it? It is 7:15. This is like the perfect time to be filming in this season. Look how gorgeous. Okay, now there's like that one little annoying, okay, maybe not the best, I don't know. Anyway, Hexa from the future here. I forgot to mention another reason. What am I trying to say? I got sidetracked earlier and I forgot to mention another reason why I love this sunscreen despite the crazy white cast. First of all, because it is a mineral sunscreen, this is the best option for if you're like going to the beach where there's like endangered aquatic life or like coral reefs or other protected stuff, because chemical sunscreens are not good for aquatic life, and there's even some places where it's not allowed to use chemical sunscreens. So this one, despite the white cast, is more eco-friendly than your chemical sunscreen options. Now the light is bugging me. And another thing I love about it is the smell is just so nostalgic, because I feel like when I was little, you know, when our generation was young, chemical sunscreens were not as big of a thing, and like they weren't so common. There wasn't a lot of options like that because people were not as conscious yet of the importance of sunscreen. So there weren't so many great sunscreen products on the market which didn't have white casts. So most of them were mineral sunscreens, and mineral sunscreen has like a very particular smell. It's unscented, there's no perfume in this, but you can smell the zinc in this, you know? And it just takes me back to my childhood somehow. It just really something about that little, I don't know, mineral zinky note in there. It reminds me of the sunscreens that I used to use when I was a child and I used to go to the beach with my family. And especially those, like whenever we had sports day, all the Australian and New Zealand kids would wear these like really thick like sunscreen sticks. They were usually in like white, stark white or neon colors, and they would like paint them all over their face like that. And they have that very like particular mineral sunscreen smell of zinc. And it's just very nostalgic. It smells like childhood. So that was the update in this very interesting lighting situation. It was so perfect before, and then the cloud cover disappeared, and now it's just like patchy and like blinding me in one eye. Anyways, back to the video. So that is everything in terms of sunscreens I'm currently using and products I would recommend. I hope you guys like my recommendations. If you try them out, let me know. Some of these sunscreens might be available on Yes Style, and I do have a code with them. It is Hexa with 4 6s. So if you want to shop any kind of K-beauty skincare, don't forget to use my code if you want to help me out to make a little bit of commission. Obviously you don't have to, but it's always appreciated, and you do get a slight discount on your order as well when you use my code. But now moving on from products and just going into some general sun care tips. I've already talked about the frequently missed areas, the tops of your ears, your feet, your hands, your lips. Make sure you ask someone to help apply sunscreen to your back if you're going to the beach or if you're gonna be exposed to the sun for a long time. Make sure you don't miss your neck. It is so annoying, I know, because I wear a necklace like literally every day of my life. I don't take it off when I sleep, and it's just, you know, doing the whole rub, lift the necklace, rub. It's like, it's a nuisance, but it's an important nuisance to go through. So just do it. Make sure you reapply every 2 hours, especially if you're gonna be in the water. And the most important spots to apply sunscreen to, even if you're only out for a few minutes, are the spots that tend to burn first. So if you have to prioritize something, if you don't want to apply it everywhere, make sure you get it on like the bridge of your nose, your shoulders, your upper chest, and this part of the arm. I don't know what it is, like my upper arm doesn't really tan that much, but my lower arm definitely does whenever I'm out in the sun. So pay extra attention to those spots. My next sun care tip, sunglasses. I am characteristically and historically not a douchey sunglasses wearer. I don't know why sunglasses got a reputation for being douchey, but I know that they are perceived as being douchey. I don't wear sunglasses indoors. I don't recommend wearing sunglasses indoors. Wearing sunglasses indoors will give you nausea. Something about making the light a lot dimmer than it should be. I don't know, it confuses your brain. Your brain doesn't like it. It will make you sick. It makes me sick. It makes my mom sick. So I don't wear them indoors. But the skin around your eyes is very sensitive. Oftentimes, most sunscreens irritate the eyes, so you can't really apply sunscreen in the immediate eye area, which means that the thinnest, most sensitive skin on your face, where you get wrinkles, right, crow's feet and stuff, often cannot have sunscreen applied to it, which is kind of a bummer, and that's why you have to wear sunglasses. It also prevents you from having to squint, which also contributes to wrinkles. And another fun fact, your eyeball can get a sunburn. So you do actually need to protect your eyes themselves, not just the skin around your eyes. I need to take these off now. I actually saw a video on TikTok of this girl who said that she went to her eye doctor because she had some like yellow spots on the whites of her eyes, and her eye doctor told her it was because her sunglasses were bad quality. You know, despite being like tinted, they were not actually protecting the eyes from UV rays, and you can get like permanent yellow spots in the whites of your eyes that will never go away because of sun exposure. So that's just like a little PSA. Just because you're wearing sunglasses doesn't necessarily mean they're actually helping protect your eyes, and maybe consider investing in a pair of high quality sunglasses that definitely do offer sun protection. So that's eyes out of the way. My next sun care tip is a hat. It's so cute. I have had this hat since I was like 8 or 9 years old. It still fits my head. I don't know. My mom always jokes that I have like a comically small head. I don't really see it, but I don't know. A lot of people have told me I have a small head. Being able to wear my childhood hat probably is a good indication that it's true, but I don't really see it, like I said. I used to hate wearing hats when I was a kid. My school had a no hat, no play rule. Like, we had a school uniform hat, which you had to wear on the playground. Otherwise, you were not allowed outside on the playground, and you had to like stay indoors or under like a small shaded area that they had outside. It was a whole thing. And I have always been an oppositional, defiant child and person. Very rebellious, don't like being told what to do, did not get it, thought hats looked stupid and it was embarrassing to have to wear one. So I hated having to wear a hat for school or any other reason. Now, as an adult, I have understood that actually hats are great. I love hats, they're cute, they're adorable. I still have this hat. I will probably never need another hat because I will wear this hat forever. I love it. It's me. It's my hat. It's me. And bucket hats are like trendy again, apparently, because what goes around comes around, and the 2000s are back, baby. So this is from Hippo Junior by Kids Club. I don't know. The tag is in Chinese, so you know, whatever. I don't know what. This brand probably doesn't exist anymore, but just in case anybody had questions about my cute paisley hat. Why wear a hat? There are a couple of reasons. First of all, nobody is putting sunblock on their head unless you're bald. But even if you're not bald, your head actually technically kind of could benefit from sunblock. And this is a thing that I've seen now, is that brands are making hair sunscreen or scalp sunscreen. It's like usually like a spray, and you kind of just like spray it around on top of your head, and it protects your scalp and your hair from sun damage. They also have sunscreen for dogs for the same reason, because even though they're covered in fur, they still can get you know, damage from sun exposure. But it's kind of a very like niche product. It's not really mainstream yet. I haven't seen a lot of people using them or talking about them, but I do know it's a thing. But barring that and not wanting to go on a hunt for some super niche scalp sunscreen, and also just not wanting sunscreen on my scalp because then you have to wash your hair at the end of the day, and I don't want to wash my hair every single day because it's annoying, I will wear a hat. It will protect your skin from, like, the skin on the top of your head from sun damage, which might be minimal, but like over, like, just the cumulative impact over years of the top of your head being exposed to sun can make it a very like a hotspot for skin cancer, and especially because you have hair on the top of your head, so you can't see that you have a suspicious looking mole on the top of your head. So it's always just a good idea to offer that extra layer of protection. And aside from that, it protects you from heat stroke. As much as a child I hated being told, this is like such a Romanian mom thing to say, or like just a Romanian grandparents, Romanian people say this, right? If you don't wear a hat, the sun, they bate soarele în cap, you know, the sun's gonna hit you in the head and you're gonna get a heat stroke from the sun. And I always thought it was so stupid, but honest to God, like now as an adult, I realize so much more. When I don't wear a hat and if I'm out in the sun, even for just like an hour, I get such a headache and I just don't feel good. And wearing a hat really just, it keeps me feeling good and not overheated in my head area. And it's really beneficial. And there's a reason why they told me to wear a hat when I was a kid, as much as I hate to admit it. Okay, moving on from hats. My last sun care tip of the day is I like to wear a cover up, even when I'm at the beach, even when I'm in the water. This one has sleeves, so this is more of a city cover up. This is not necessarily ordinarily what I would wear at the beach. It's very loose, it's very breezy, it's a light fabric, it's see-through, you know, it's not like 100% blocking out all the sun's rays, but it is an extra layer of protection, and especially for like the shoulders. My shoulders are always the first to go. It's the first to burn. So having something like this is just, it's just an extra layer of protection, and I feel like it's stylish, it's cute. Also, if you're like at the beach and you maybe feel a little bit exposed being in a super skimpy swimsuit, just for like modesty's sake, it can be more comfortable to wear something like this. Although everybody should love and feel confident in their body no matter what, but we live in a world where people can be mean and judgy, and sometimes it just feels nice to cover up a little bit. So when I go to the beach, like I said, I don't wear this one with the sleeves. I have one that's more of like a caftan. It's like open on the sides. So that one really only covers the shoulders and kind of the abdomen and lower back area. But again, I love wearing them. I think they're cute. I think they're stylish. They're very comfortable, and I feel better in my skin the less I burn. With the potential added benefit of covering up any insecurities about tummy rolls when wearing a bikini. But you know, I try to push those insecurities aside, but nevertheless, I like wearing my little cover up at the beach. It's just nice and it's good for your skin. That was it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed and got some good product recommendations out of this. I hope it was a little wake-up call, a little reminder to make sure you take your sun care and your skin protection seriously this summer and all year round, regardless of the season, but especially in summer. Leave a comment down below if you have your own sun care tips that I forgot to mention in this video. If you have any favorite sunscreens that you'd like to mention, just, you know, share down below. I'd love to hear your product recommendations as well. And if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them, although I think I've got most of the stuff covered, but I don't know. I'm also not a dermatologist, so, you know, take everything with a grain of salt, I guess. Ellie's been napping behind me, but I just wanted to make sure she made an appearance, share the adorableness. Kiss attacks. Daddy's in the hallway. Thanks so much for Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.